bad dream.
Oh, thank you very much. Thought these pyjamas were rather fetching.
No. I mean, Joe, getting engaged.
Well, most mothers want their sons to meet a nice girl and settle down.
He isn't even 18 yet.
How old were you when you got engaged?
The point. He doesn't want to settle down. He wants to travel, be a free spirit, live a little.
That's what you think he wants.
I don't understand him at all. He's bought a new suit, you know.
And that's upset you?
Well, why isn't he lying in bed all day and smoking pot like other teenagers?
Well, that's what you want, is it?
Well, I'd understand it, yes. All the mothers I know are bailing their sons out for minor offences or paying off their overdrafts. When they ask me about Joe, I have to say he's opened a savings account.
Can't be easy.
And now he's got a fiancée. Oh, my God.
I don't know how you can hold your head up in public.
Oh, you think it's funny, do you?
No, I think it is totally incomprehensible. Joe has got a job, a girl, and a plan for the future, and you're acting as if he'd brought shame on the family name.
Well, it's all my fault.
It's a novelty. It's usually mine. What do you mean it's your fault?
Well, I got divorced and you and I are living together and I haven't given him a stable background. He craves normality.
Then he's living in the wrong house.
Oh, dear, can't you see what he's doing?
Becoming the sole topic of conversation.
He's rebelling into respectability as a direct result of his family circumstances.
Is that the end of this morning's episode of In the Psychiatrist's Chair?
I hope he gets over it soon.
So do I, then we can all get some peace.
It's very worrying, though, isn't it, when they go through these sensible years?
What are you all doing here?
Liza, it's the editorial meeting.
Is it?
We're planning the spring issues, remember?
Of course, I remember, Bill. Just seems a little early, that's all.
It's 11:30. It was supposed to start at 10:30.
Well, why didn't it?
We were waiting for you.
Well, here I am. Some coffee, Miss Dysart. Oh, sorry, darling. Do come in and meet everyone. This is Charles. He's going to be our new features editor. Won't that be nice?
Bye. So where did this Charles come from?
He's my appointment. I don't have to explain it to you.
You're going to have to explain it to someone. This is a respected style and design magazine. He wants to put Kylie Minogue on the cover.
He has a different background from you. That's why he's full of fresh ideas.
He's full of something.
Just nerves. He's quite shy, really.
He never stopped talking.
I think he's sweet.
And that's why you gave him the job?
He sent me roses with his CV.
That's why you gave him the job. Has he any relevant experience?
He went to school with Jasper Conrad.
Oh, very relevant.
And he's going to get me tickets for Elton John.
What on earth do you want to see Elton John for?
Well, I don't particularly, but that's not the point.
Well, what is the point?
Everybody goes to see Elton John, Charles says. Well, at least to the party afterwards.
Oh, I see.
I'm going for a more high-profile image. Being seen at the right events is an important part of this job.
Charles says, presumably.
And Charles is going to tell me where to go.
I could do that.
Joe, don't be shy.
I'm not. I'm just not ready yet.
Go on. Show me what you've got.
Cup of tea, anyone?
Thank you very much, Mrs.
Oh, please call me Faith.
Oh, can I call you Faith?
I do hope I didn't come in at an awkward moment.
No, of course not.
Sorry, can't hear you, Mum.
I brought my Scrabble over. Joe and I are playing a game.
Oh, yes, very funny.
What is?
Are you serious?
Of course.
Joe only plays for money.
Please excuse my mother, Louise.
Well, if he's not after your money, I want you to do a forfeit.
Perhaps we're just improving our word skills.
Oh, do me a favour. Well, I mean, Louise probably is, but the last time you picked up a dictionary was to throw at Hannah for saying Arsenal should be top of the league.
I was younger then.
What football team do you support, Louise?
I'm not very keen on sport, although I like the Horse of the Year show.
Joe's probably told you that you'll come a very poor second to Tottenham Hotspur.
Who?
It's just a football team.
Just!
Mum, could you leave us in peace?
I'd like your mum to stay, Joe. You are coming to my parents' wedding anniversary party, aren't you?
You just try and stop me.
They've been married for 20 years.
Oh, never a cross word.
You're not married at the moment, are you?
Well, almost.
Perhaps Joe and I'll beat you to it. nice. Did you make them yourself?
No. No, I was too busy baking bread.
My mum makes her own bread.
Somehow I knew that.
Me had to do it so Joe and I won't go hungry when we're married.
Yes, but that won't be for ages, will it, Joe?
Well, it shouldn't be long when we've saved up.
Yes, but, yeah, I mean, you won't have time to bake bread, though, will you? You'll be working all day.
Far too many women are out working when they should be looking after their home. My mother's never worked. She thought it was more important to be at home and look after me and Dad.
What do you want to do with your life, Louise?
Get married and have children. Deep down, every woman wants that, really. Whatever they say. Don't you think, Faith? Did I say something?
Oh, hi, Mum. I'm dying to put my feet up. I've been standing up all day.
You can't go in there. Joe and Louise are playing Scrabble.
You have to say they're snogging, you know, Mum. I'm old enough to understand.
I'm so worried. I'm so worried about him. Do you know what he said? Tottenham is just a football team.
Well, they are.
Oh, it's the just that's important, can't you see?
Oh, Mum, I'm tired.
Well, she's having a very peculiar effect on him, you know, this girl.
On all of us. Do you know what she asked me yesterday? How do I feel about Pete Shantung? She wants me to be a bridesmaid.
Oh, no.
I'm not doing it, Mum. I'm faking yellow fever.
Well, she can't possibly want to get married at her age.
More to the point, how can she possibly want to marry Joe?
Oh, it's no good talking to him. I've tried. Every time I say he's ruining his life, he gets even more determined.
Oh, well, love's got nothing to do with common sense. I mean, look at you and Bill.
What's wrong with Bill?
There's nothing wrong with Bill.
Well, then,
Well, except it wasn't very sensible of him to get landed with us lot, was it?
he loves me.
Let's hope so.
Who loves you?
You do.
Oh, yes.
I was just telling Hannah.
Why?
Well, it all started because Joe said that Tottenham was just a football team, and then Hannah, apparently, Louise asked if she liked Pete Shantung, and I didn't tell you this. Her mother bakes her own bread. Can you imagine?
And all I said was love's got nothing to do with common sense, otherwise you wouldn't be here.
Forget I said anything. I want to catch the news.
No, she can't go in there. Joe and Louise are playing Scramble.
All right, Mum, enjoying yourself?
Joe, hardly get a chance to talk to each other these days. Everything all right with you?
You've been watching American sitcoms again, haven't you?
What?
I know what's coming. You're very important to me, Joe. I just want you to be happy.
I was going to say, are you mad? Do you want to end up like Don and Iris?
Careful, you're talking about my future in-laws.
Joe, why don't you go travelling? Go round the world. If Louise loves you, she'll wait for you.
Well, we can travel together.
Joe, look at me.
Oh, God, here we go.
You don't seriously want to get married at your age?
We're not getting married. We're getting engaged.
Yes, but it's still a serious commitment. What happens if Louise gets pregnant? Then you'd have to get married.
She won't get pregnant.
You can't be 100% certain.
Well, I can. Louise doesn't believe in sex before marriage. That'll impress you. I'll catch you later. Don wants to introduce me to his neighbour. He's a building society manager.
You'll have to sip this slowly. Don seems to think that 4 bottles of Blue Nun is enough for 30 people. I've never seen you laughing at a wine shortage.
Louise doesn't believe in sex before marriage. Joe told me.
No wonder you're laughing. No danger of you becoming a grandmother.
They're an odd couple.
Oh, I'm not saying anything. I have learned that you can criticize your family, but if I agree, you turn on me.
I meant Don and Iris. They're always holding hands. It's not normal.
Well, they were in a formation dance team. That might have something to do with it.
He's kissing her cheek again. It's pure exhibitionism.
I think I got out just in time. He started telling another joke.
And Iris laughs at them. That's odd.
Did she show you the patio?
Apparently, they laid it together. Strange what some people do when they're alone, isn't it?
20 years, never a crossword.
Oh, she told you to, didn't
No, Don told me. I find that unbelievable.
Yes, I thought you might.
How can you lift it?
Ah, merci.
How delightful.
They're always dancing.
Always.
I think that's why they get on so well. Mum said she could never be cross with Dad once she's seen his bossa nova.
Perhaps Charles, we should try dancing one evening. Seems to have done them good.
You'd always want to lead, only cause more arguments.
I would just like to agree about everything.
We shall never know.
We agree about something.
What?
But the thing is, you have to like somebody a lot to want to fight with them. I mean, there's no point in wasting your time arguing with somebody you don't care about.
So, you start to fight with me to express your affection. Interesting.
They probably have companionable silences.
What are they exactly?
Don told me they sometimes spend whole evenings without saying a word.
Oh, no, we could try that.
Look, you never put your arm around me like that.
Too uncomfortable. He looks like Quasimodo.
And he's teaching her to play golf so they can spend more time together. You never offered to teach me golf.
You're not serious.
Well, what have we got in common?
We both like camellias.
I hate camellias.
I'll get the coats.
It's a wind-up, isn't it?
What?
You getting engaged.
No.
Joe, do you know what happens after you get engaged?
Yeah, you get presents.
You get married, stupid.
Yeah, I knew that.
You could have children. God, what a disgusting thought. People who eat toast like that shouldn't be allowed to breathe. God, I mean, this is the dumbest idea you've had since you wanted to be Postman Pat.
No, it was Fireman Sam. I wanted to be Fireman Sam.
Yeah, all right, Fireman Sam.
He's a great bloke. Anyway, I'll catch you later.
Joe, you've got to talk about this, you know.
No, we haven't.
Look, why do you want to get engaged to this girl?
Because she smells nice.
Oh, classic. All right, get rid of the My Little Pony deodorant. What have you got left?
You're just jealous.
Oh, yeah, that'll be it.
Because I've got Louise and you've got nobody now Kevin's dumped you.
If I murder you, there are no witnesses.
You know, it's true what they say. Girls do grow up like their mothers.
It's a little bit funny, this feeling inside. Not one of those who can easily hide. I don't have much money, but what if I did? I'd buy a big house where we both could live.
Bill, have you ever been to Wembley?
Yes, I have.
Why didn't you tell me how appalling it is?
Didn't Charles tell you?
Oh, shut up, Richard!
I thought I might revive memories of last night's concert for you.
I have erased the whole sordid incident from my mind.
Not your sort of music.
I asked to be shown to the VIP enclosure, whereupon this awfully dishevelled person with very slack vowels told me my tickets were not valid.
Charles has so many important contacts.
My seat was next to a hot dog stand.
Have you told Charles all this?
He shall hear of it when I get to the office. I have spent the morning recovering in aromatherapy.
A large brandy might help.
Oh, thank you, Richard. And that wasn't the worst of it. I asked to be taken straight to the party. Then this bejewelled ape, half man, half rat nurse, said that I couldn't go no further, whatever that means, without a backstage pass. And I told him that my features editor had assured me he'd arranged it with Elton's people. And did he seriously think I would be wearing my Bruce Oldfield if I were not a celebrity guest?
Gina!
Oh, Phil, how are you? Mwah. Do you still wear those awful pajamas, huh?
Probably. What on earth are you doing here?
I come for the weekend with my brother. I phoned your house this morning. I speak to Hannah. She said to meet her here.
Made it brilliant.
Oh, mwah.
Well, you must come back and see Faith.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, and you must come and see Joe.
Oh, Joe. How is Joe?
Long story. Don't go. I'll be back in a sec.
Ah, it's good to see you, Bill. You look happy.
Oh, not too bad.
Ah, you British. I can see that you and Faith are still enjoying each other, huh?
Attracting a rather abandoned element these days.
Oh, and this is Gina. She came over from Milan last year and stayed with us on a student exchange.
Bill was very, very kind.
This is Richard. He owns Harpo's.
Oh, Hannah tells me you give her a job. Oh, mwah. Mwah. You are a lovely man.
Well, thank you.
And this is Liza.
I know who is Liza.
You do?
Joe told me I'm good at remembering things. Bill was with you until he found Faith and was happy.
Quite like that.
Close, though.
Don't worry, Liza. You'll find someone.
Are you always so direct?
Oh, yes, she is.
I have upset you.
It was not hard to do.
You still have a lot to offer. I think you should come to Italy. There we love una bella signora.
An older woman.
Hi. Are you in for dinner tonight?
Got to pick up Louise from bell ringing practice first.
What are you doing?
Mum, have you got any rings you don't want?
What sort of
An
rings?
engagement ring for Louise.
I thought you'd already got one.
Well, I borrowed that one from Jason's sister and I had to give it back.
Well, no, Joe. As a matter of fact, I don't happen to have a diamond solitaire lying around.
Are you sure?
Hang on, though. I've got a ruby and pearl cluster I got in my Christmas cracker. Will that do?
Mum, I'm serious.
I know you are. That's what's so depressing.
I just want you two to get on.
Joe, I've got nothing against Louise. She's a nice girl.
Bad.
But she's stifling you. She's turning you into... Oh, I don't know what.
Mum, I'm happy.
No, you're not.
Keep out of it.
All right, fine. I won't say another word. But just you warn Louise that if she tells me once more that her mother is going to be wearing navy with taupe accessories, I could become violent.
Guess who I found?
Gina.
Oh, Faith. Oh, mwah. You look most beautiful than ever.
So do you. Thank you very much.
Oh, and Joe. How is Joe?
Good to see you.
Ah, mwah, mwah, mwah. Well, you didn't write back, huh?
He can only write his name and address.
What are you doing here?
I rang this morning. I speak to Hannah.
Yeah, I told her to come to the wine bar. Isn't it brilliant?
How's Marco?
Oh, he's terrific. He played for AC Milan, second team.
Oh, wicked.
Are you going to stay for dinner?
Oh, Faith, I can't. I have to see AC Milan play Spurs. Joe will know. You're going, I'm sure.
No. Joe is going to pick up Louise from bell ringing practice.
Louise is your lover, I think. Anna tells me.
They are engaged.
Joe, is this possible? You're very young for this.
Oh, don't you start.
I've all told him. Me monkey. You understand?
Yeah.
All those Italian lessons I gave you are not lost then.
What does she mean?
It means I miss you.
Oh, that's nice.
I'll cook something,
Oh,
then.
for goodness sake, will you hang on a minute?
He's been up there with Gina for hours.
Well, Gina told me that I was most beautiful.
She told me I was looking happy.
Oh. I think she needs glasses.
You're pleased she's turned up, aren't you?
Yes, I am quite.
You didn't by any chance invite her over, did you?
Of course I did.
And swear her to secrecy.
Oh, how can you think I'd be that sneaky?
In the hope that she would break up Joe and Louise.
Oh, come off it.
Only we haven't heard from her for a year, and suddenly she conveniently turns up when Joe is engaged to somebody that you're not very keen on.
I promise you, it's got nothing to do with me.
Good.
It's quite handy, though, isn't it?
Exactly.
Oh, listen, Bill, I have tried to be reasonable.
Well, that makes a change.
The fact remains
That you cannot stand Louise.
Oh, I haven't made it that obvious, have I?
Oh, please.
Oh, all right, I'll try not to in future.
Well, that would be fair to her. She needs all the help she can get. I know what it's like coming into this family.
Who said she's coming into this family?
She's engaged to your son.
Oh, that won't last.
Well, I think that is for Joe and Louise to decide. She has a very good effect on him.
Yeah, she's too good for him. That's the trouble.
And is Gina staying for dinner?
No, she can't. Oh, dear. Joe was supposed to pick Louise up from bell ringing practice half an hour ago.
Well, why didn't you remind him?
You're right. I should have done. I'll do it now. Probably Louise.
Well, make sure you let her in.
Well, you think I'd leave her standing on the doorstep?
Very possibly.
Hello.
Oh, hello, Louise. What a surprise. Come in.
Is Joe in?
So I see. How are you?
A bit cold. I've been waiting for Joe outside the church.
Louise wondered if Joe was in.
Did she?
Yes, you haven't seen him, have you?
No, I personally haven't seen him, no.
I'll go and look for him, shall I? Oh, how's your mother getting on?
Your bedroom is so different.
I think it's him now.
Hey, look what Gina's bought me.
Where have you been?
You know where I've been, upstairs with Gina in the bedroom.
Louise is here. Look, just here.
All right?
Not really, no. I thought you were going to meet me at St. Mark's.
Was that the time? Look, I'm sorry.
You are Louise.
I'm Joe's fiancée. I don't think we've met.
Oh, this is Gina. She stayed with us last year. Her brother plays football and she taught Joe Italian.
Yes, and they got they became quite good friends. Would anyone like a cup of tea?
She was in your bedroom, was she?
Yes, he was showing me his World Cup team file.
Oh, you expect me to believe that?
It's true.
Louise, I do not steal your boyfriend. Joe and I love each other.
Oh, do we?
Friends, this is all.
Is this true, Joe?
Why don't we all go and sit down?
What a good idea.
Have a cup of tea, Louise. It'll warm you up.
We haven't got time, have we?
Haven't we?
We're taking my nephew to see the Sooty show, aren't we?
Oh,
No, I'm sorry, Louise, I can't do it.
But it's been arranged.
But Gina's got free tickets for the match tonight.
What match?
Spurs v AC Milan.
Oh, football.
Hey, it's the UEFA Cup.
4th round.
yes, tickets are like gold dust, I've heard.
But you already said you'd go and see Sooty, didn't you? With Louise.
I don't remember.
Yes, he did. Joe, you'll have to make a choice, I'm afraid. Either you come with me to the Sooty show, or it's all over between us.
That was Louise. She said the Sooty show was brilliant. Sweep got covered in flour.
Well, don't worry. There'll be other times.
She said she's forgiven me.
Well, that's good, isn't it?
I don't want to be forgiven.
Did you tell her that?
Gina wants me to go to Italy next month.
I see. Right funny, wasn't it, her turning up like that?
No,
No?
I knew she was coming over.
You knew she was coming?
Yeah.
You didn't say anything?
I didn't know what to say. Didn't know how I'd feel about seeing her again.
So you thought you'd just let her turn up?
See what happened, yeah.
And what did happen?
Oh, Spurs won 3-2 in extra time.